Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming my morning skincare routine. I did promise this a few weeks ago, or maybe a couple of months ago now, so I'm getting around to doing it. Now, my skincare routine does vary from month to month. I do try to use products for at least 6 weeks. I'm not a dermatologist, I'm not a skincare specialist, I am a makeup artist. I will share with you my own experience. As you know, I have oily skin, and now I'm in my 30s, I am tackling anti-aging. So what works for me might not necessarily work for you. It is a case of finding the balance that works for your own skin type, and that only comes through trial and error. So this is what I'm using at the moment, and obviously as things change, if you want to see updated skincare routines, so let me know and I will try and do it more regularly as my skincare changes. This year in particular, it probably won't change too much because I am getting married this year now. I will try and keep my skincare relatively balanced so that I don't have any mishaps with my skin. These are all products I would genuinely share and tell my friends and family about, so none of it is sponsored. But even if it was sponsored, I would only take on products or brands that I genuinely love and use myself, and that I would genuinely share with my friends and family. But none of this has been sponsored. So in the evening, I like to double cleanse to remove all of my makeup, but in the morning, I only need to wash my face just the once because I washed it before bed. As I said, I'm quite oily, so in the mornings I want to remove any excess oil from my skin. And if you are somebody that gets quite warm at night, if you have a glow in the morning, it's most likely sweat, so you do want to get that off of your skin. So my preference in the morning at the moment is CeraVe. This is an affordable skincare brand, and it's also fragrance free. You get quite a lot for your money. I think these are around £12, but these have lasted me, got to be near on 5 months now. This one is a foaming cleanser, this one is more of a milk cleanser. My favourite is the SA Smoothing Cleanser. As you know, I do get rough bumpy skin here and there throughout the year. If it's in the summer and I'm using SPF, my face does tend to get a little bit more textured. So this is the CeraVe Smoothing Cleanser. They both have free essential ceramides in, they both have hyaluronic acid. The only difference is this one contains a little bit of salicylic acid, which you know is good for breakouts and blemishes. You can see I've got the tiniest amount left in this. So this one, it does say for normal to dry skin. Now, don't be put off if you are oily, because this isn't super rich or anything like that. Moisturisers that are more for dry skin tend to be a lot more rich and a bit more emollient, whereas this one isn't. This one, it says normal to dry skin, but I think this should just say all skin types, because it really is very, very lightweight. So when my skin's not feeling like it needs that little bit of extra help, then I use this one. So that's why I vary them, and I have both of them, and they last me twice as long. Today I'm going to go in with the Hydrating Cleanser. So you only need 1 pump, and you apply it to dry skin. So we will go straight onto the face. Now, as I said, these are fragrance free. They just smell like lotion. This is suitable for both adults and children. So if you want to buy a family size one for the house, then you can all use it. It's great for teenagers, stuff that doesn't irritate the skin. You can also take it down your neck, but as I'm sitting at my table, it's all going to get a bit messy. So I'm just going to do my face just to show you. Normally I would just rinse my face over the sink, but as I'm here, I'm going to use a cloth. You can feel it makes your face feel kind of like squeaky clean. It's lovely. When I was suffering with more breakouts, I liked to use the La Roche-Posay spray toner that was really quick to do. It was quite cooling, but probably for the last 5 years I've used a chemical exfoliator. They're gentle enough to use in the day, and I use them in place of a toner. Some people might like to use a toner as well, but I like to use them as the next stage. So the one I've been using probably for the last year, so this is quite a long time, I really like it, is the Hardie Exfoliating Brightening Tonic, and it's really gentle, so even sensitive skin can use it. You shake it before use, and then you would just pop it onto a cotton pad and then wipe it over your face, and then you don't rinse it off. And basically what it does is the enzymes and everything that's in there, the good ingredients, are going to eat away at those dead skin cells that sit on top of your skin. And you'll find that if you're somebody that feels like they always need to use an exfoliant once a week, the ones with the little beads in and stuff, because your skin feels rough, when you start using these, that disappears. You don't get that anymore. That's how my skin used to feel. The other one is the Poreless Exfoliating Essence by bareMinerals. It's a bit too bright to see. This one has prebiotics and superfruits. It's gentle enough to be able to use twice a day. The idea of this one is to reduce the amount of oil you produce, therefore making your pores look a bit smaller. This one isn't fragrance, it's cruelty free. I think this one is vegan as well. Yeah, this one's vegan as well. So I'm going to go in with Hardie Brightening Tonic. Now, as I said, with this, you can put it onto a cotton pad and then wipe that over your face, but I find you have to use a couple of pumps with a cotton pad, whereas this one, I just put one pump onto my hand and then I just dab it over my face, and then that way I'm not losing any of the product into the cotton pad, and it lasts twice as long. So I'm just making the most of it, and then I just pat it all over my face. The only part I don't apply it to is around the eyes, because that's the most sensitive area. I've made those mistakes in the past where you get a bit excited with skincare and think, oh, I'll be alright, put it all over, and then the next day you've got tender skin. So just be cautious with anything around your eyes. Although I do have a very exciting product coming very, very soon from a brand that has created a retinol for your eyelids. I know, it's phenomenal. So as soon as that launches, I'll be able to show you. So this one has a pomegranate enzyme that works to release trapped bacteria that can lead to skin problems, as well as enhancing cellular renewal through exfoliation, leading to smooth skin texture. There's a bit more to it, but that's kind of the gist of it, and I love, love, love this product. It's kind of the smoothest my skin's felt since I've been using the SA Cleansing Foam Wash by CeraVe, and then this afterwards, because both of them are geared towards smoothing your skin texture. Next up is eye cream. I have a few different eye creams that I like to use. The ones I like to use at night are a little bit more thicker in texture. They're a lot more creamier. They are designed to kind of absorb into the skin and wouldn't be putting makeup straight over the top, whereas the day ones are a bit lighter, and the one I'm going to use is Elemis Pro-Collagen Advanced Eye Cream or eye treatment. And what I like about this is it's more of a lotion. You only need half a pump. A full pump's way too much. The cooling effect is what depuffs your eyes. You know, like how people always just put cucumbers on your eyes because it's cooling, it's kind of depuffs them in the mornings. We all seem to get a bit puffy in the mornings. This works the same way. It's very, very cool. So I just pat that in. Any excess product, just bring it down a little bit. It's not going to hurt, is it? So that's my preference for the morning. I like the feel of it. It's lightweight and it dries onto the skin before I apply my makeup. I've not got to worry about feeling tacky. I'm then moving on to serums. Usually you would cleanse, tone and moisturise. As you get into your 30s, you want to kind of add in serums that are tackling anti-aging. So I like to do a cleanse, tone, serum and a moisturiser. Now I understand that some people are in a rush in the morning, some of your parents, you've got children to drop off to school, you've got work to go to, you might have to fit gym in. So I understand that a routine does need to be as quick as possible. The way I've kind of worked around this is to split my time up. So I don't get fully dressed in the morning. Instead, I'll put a little bit of my clothing on, start washing my face, and then when it comes to applying the serums, where you kind of want them to soak in for around at least 40 seconds before you apply your next product, this only applies to a serum and your chemical exfoliant. I'll put my toner on and then I'll go and put my socks on, you know, put my bra and top on, go back, put my serum on, go and do something else, come back and then apply my moisturiser. My favourite serum at the moment, or has been probably for the last, coming up for a year now, is the Lancôme Advanced Génifique. Now, when I first received this, which was kindly gifted to me by Lancôme, I didn't use it for ages. It just sat on my cupboard and then I saw some really good reviews on it and then I decided to use it. And I promise you, after the first bottle, these little fine lines that started to bother me looked so less obvious that I then had to come buy a second bottle. And as you can see, that white section at the bottom, that's how much I've got left of this one. And it does last quite a while, and you can never use too much of the product, which is great because when you open the lid, it dispenses the right amount of fluid in the pipette. So as you lift the lid up, it draws the fluid up. So you always dispense the right amount, and then again, once you do the lid up and then you undo it, it will always draw the right amount up. So you can never use too much, which is great. So I just put one amount onto my hands. And again, it's quite lightweight. You use it both the evening and the morning, but it's never ever irritated me. I don't go over the eyes, but I do take it up onto the tops of the cheekbones and just pat it in. And then if there's any kind of like residue after taking it down my neck, I always put it on the back of my hands, because hands are obviously a dead giveaway. They're also out exposed to UV light all the time, and blue light, like your face, so they are a telltale sign of age. So get those anti-aging products on the back of your hands as well. So after applying my serum, I'm going to go in for moisturiser. The one I've been loving is also by CeraVe. This is their facial moisturising lotion, which has an SPF of 25 in it. You can't really see it because it's too bright. But again, this one is fragrance free, it's non-comedogenic, it contains the SPF that you need throughout the day. It is a little bit more rich than I would like. It is normal to dry skin, but I haven't found a lighter version of this. I don't know if this is the only one that they seem to do, but before I apply my makeup, I tend to dab my skin with a tissue just to remove any of the excess tackiness before I go in with my makeup. But you might be able to see that it is completely empty. So that has been well and truly loved. Today I'm going to use part of the Poreless range again by bareMinerals. This is full of skin refining superfruits. It's got a prebiotic in it, and again it's for enlarged pores. So if you are someone who's quite oily, this is very lightweight. It's not going to make your skin feel heavy or tacky or overhydrated. It's just lightweight and lovely. And I think I might have already said it's fragrance free. 2 pumps does the job. The only thing you have to remember is if you're using a moisturiser without SPF, that's another step that you need to include into your skincare routine in the morning. That's why I like the CeraVe, because it contains the SPF, so it's one less step that I have to worry about. See, moisturisers are the only ones I take over the eyes after I've applied the eye cream. If I'm applying a separate SPF, my personal preference is this one by MURAD. It's the City Skin SPF 50. 50 is great. Even if it's not sunny out, you should be wearing SPF 50, especially if you want to tackle anti-aging. Another moisturiser that I would like to recommend is the one by Ren. This is the Evercalm Global Day Protection Cream. And if you are big on sustainability when it comes to packaging, then you're probably going to love this brand. This is 20 years old. Not this particular pot, but this formulation, and it's not changed. It's cruelty free and it's vegan. So when I received the cream, I actually received this little tree dedication certificate from Ren. So they planted 1 tree on behalf of me in the UK, and everything about the cream is printed on this seeded paper, so I can plant this, which is brilliant. And it talks about the technology that they use in order to make the packaging sustainable. And again, this is not sponsored, but I will just tell you a little bit about it because I think it's really important, especially nowadays, to be a little bit more mindful of what we use. And I think if we can back brands that are big on supporting the environment, then we will make a change. If you've never heard of Infinity Recycling, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about it. It's a new groundbreaking recycling technology that means mixed plastic waste, otherwise destined for incineration or landfill, can be recycled. So using this technology means that we can make recycled plastic equal to that of virgin plastic. There's no other reason not to use it. I think it's incredible. You can see on the paper, this was Ren's old packaging and now this is their new packaging. So I'm going to list everything that I've recommended, everything that I'm currently using down in the description bar, and you guys can have a nosy at it yourself. I hope you found that useful or informative and a little bit interesting. Again, I'm not a dermatologist, I'm not a skincare specialist. I just know what's working for my skin, and I get to test products that maybe don't work for my skin, and I can tell you guys. So yeah, I hope you found it interesting. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. You can follow me outside of YouTube on my social handles, which will be on screen for you now. And if you missed last week's tutorial, it will also be on screen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.